Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Sun will make its move in the sign of Virgo on 17th of September. And for 1 month, Sun will be in Kanya Rashi along with Mars, which is already in Hasta Nakshatra. So you see the Sun and Mars will be on the two ends of the Virgo zodiac sign, kind of connecting with each other. And this kind of Sun and Mars conjunction in Virgo is about strategy and planning. Sun is the king, Mars is the fighter, Mars is the military commander, and Virgo is the sign of mathematical calculation. So it is definitely going to increase that practical masculine energies throughout the world, and therefore it will also affect you by increasing those kind of energy. So you might think a lot, you might plan a lot, you might strategize a lot. Even in daily life, even in enjoyments, it might take away the flavor of suddenness or surprise, because surprise is opposite of planning. So what it may do is it may make you go into forceful planning, and it might make you too rigid, non-flexible. All this is okay if it is constructive, but you have to limit this. Because say in relationship, you can't plan everything. You can't plan everything in day because you don't have a control on your life. It's God's world, so He will control. So sometimes surrender is best when Sun and Mars is in Virgo. Especially if Sun Mars is in your birth chart, or if you are born with Sun or Mars on the ascendant, Sun or Mars exalted, if they are together or if they are in each other's nakshatras, you will have to be extra cautious, and you will have to do anger management, grounding meditation, and you will have to focus on your health a lot. Especially stress is going to be a negative emotion here. A lot of people will feel stressed during this time, especially because of a retrograde Saturn 6th from Sun and Mars. So definitely it is going to open some secrets, open some uncomfortable, you can say, areas. It will tap into uncomfortable zone in your life, but you will have to stand strong. You will have to face the fear, and you will have to walk with a smiling face. Remember, Bhagwan Hanuman is always there for us. So if you chant Hanuman Chalisa, even if you don't know what your ascendant or Lagna is, if you simply chant Hanuman Chalisa 11 times every day, you will feel the blessings of Hanumanji and you will feel protected. Let's start ascendant wise analysis, but before that, do not forget to hit like, subscribe the channel, which is very important for me, and share the video among family and friends, because sharing the video actually tells YouTube that the video is important and it increases the views, which therefore increases the reach of the channel and reach of Vedic astrology. And also, if you want to follow me on social media, all the links are in the description box. And if you want to take consultations, please drop me an email. I'm also available on email and on WhatsApp. WhatsApp may have a limited connectivity, but the number is in the description box below. Let's start ascendant wise analysis for Aries to Pisces. Aries ascendant. Now for Aries, Sun rules your 5th house, and the Sun will be in the 6th house, and the Sun will affect your ascendant because it is with Mars. Mars is your ascendant lord. So this is going to create a strategist kind of an attitude where you will plan a lot, where you will be more disciplined, and this will highlight your flaws, mistakes, so that you can correct them. So you can see it's a very good transit. It's a transit where you can learn through your experience, and someone who is a quick learner, someone who can accept their faults, who are ready to change, will see growth, will see new job and career opportunities, will also see debts coming down, and you can easily and properly plan your finances. But if you show ego, this will create unexpected enemies. This will also cause unexpected turbulence in your life, and there will be obstacles that will be difficult on the first look, and only if you become disciplined, if you are planning and strategizing your life, is when you will find a solution. Otherwise, for the entire Sun duration, Sun transit in Virgo, you will end up searching for a solution. So it is better that you are becoming more humble, more grounded. Now because Sun and Mars is in 6th house, praying to Bhagwan Hanuman is one of the best remedy to harness the positive energy of the Sun transit. This will help you gain health. This will help you sort issues in your life. And for people who are into entrepreneurship, who are business leaders, who wants to run a business, who wants to grow abroad, who wants to explore new frontiers, this is going to be the right time. For students, you will have to be slightly careful so that you are prevented from any distractions. Taurus. Now for Taurus, Sun will be in the 5th house, in the sign of Virgo. 5th house is generally the bhava of Surya from the Leo in the Kalpurush. So naturally Sun is more comfortable in this house, but because of Mars presence, there is too much of masculine energy, too much of heat happening. So you will have to prevent any Pitta Tattva going out of the way. That means you can get gastrointestinal disturbances, heat issues, inflammation in the body. So that is one area where you will have to be careful. And if you have any autoimmune disorder, or if you already have such kind of issue, if you have skin related issue, or even if you have bone related issue, you will have to be careful during this time. So you will have to be very, very careful about your diet. But due to this heat, you can also reduce your weight. It will increase your metabolism. So if you balance your diet properly, according to your body type, you will be seeing that your health will be improving quicker than what you have expected. On the other hand, because Sun and Mars both are aspecting the 11th house, you can experience a verbal dispute in your source of income between your friends and even with your children. So you need to keep that heat down, you need to keep that anger down. Anger management will be necessary, and for people who have exalted Sun, you will have to be very, very cautious because you are Taurus ascendant or moon sign, and Sun will be in your 12th house. So you will have to be very, very cautious. Sun and Mars in the 5th house will also give you new opportunities to learn and grow. So if you focus more on acquiring learning through experience or even doing certifications, it will be a great time. For students, you need to focus more on practicality, practical understanding of the subject, rather than assuming that you are the best. The best thing to do this time for everyone is not to think that you are the best, and there is a room for growth, and there is a room to understand, to learn more and become a better person. Gemini. Now in case of Gemini, Sun will be in your 4th house and Sun rules your 3rd house. So you can understand that it shows that you are trying your best to be more comfortable or create a comfortable circumstance around you. You are trying best to sort things in your life, and that will happen. But remember, Sun and Mars are more masculine planets, and 4th house is the house of comfort. It is the house that is dominated by emotions. So your emotions will be full of rage. A feeling of revenge might also come in your mind. You will have to prevent yourself from falling into the hands of these kind of negative emotions and energies. You can redirect these energies in your career, because Sun and Mars will be aspecting your career, which also means that there will be a problem in the maintaining work-life balance. Focus more towards your family. Give importance to your own happiness. Give importance to your own comforts while you are thinking about other people, and don't work so much that it causes a burnout, because these planets in this position for Gemini will be there to create a burnout. Exhaustion will be there, and therefore you will desperately search for a sigh of relief. That relief will come, but what the Sun wants is to highlight what exactly you need, and then you redirect your actions, emotions, energy and efforts to what you exactly need, because what you need may be different from what you want from life. Praying to Bhagwan Hanuman, chanting Hanuman Chalisa 7 times every day will be really helpful in controlling your anger, regulating your emotions and finding the right direction. Cancer. For Kark Lagna and Rashi, for Cancer ascendant and zodiac sign, Sun will be in the 3rd house. Sun will be the ruler of 2nd house, being in the 3rd house with Mars, which is the Karaka of the 3rd house. So you see, this is going to give you confidence, sometimes overconfidence, and that is going to be bad for you. It might push you to take shortcuts or believe that you are the best, and meanwhile Rahu will make you do adharma. So you will have to be extra cautious during this time how you are exercising authority, how you are expressing yourself, what is your body language, what is the message that you are trying to convey, both written, on social media, or even verbal and non-verbal. So if you control that, you will be in the right shape. You have all the motivation. It gives you enthusiasm. It gives you enjoyment, and it gives you ability to do things that was earlier impossible. People who are working in military, defense sector, engineering sector, people who are working in medicine, people who are working as government employees, if you are in PSUs, or if you are anywhere connected to Sun or Mercury or Mars kind of career and business, you will see good growth. Writers, astrologers, seekers, sadhaks will see great energy boost when Sun will be in the third house. You have to understand that this also means that their Sun is Bhavat Bhavam, second lord, second place is 2 houses away from itself. So you will get, your financial issues will be resolved, and the family will come closer. Your dispute with your brother will also get resolved. But then you will have to take that initiative. It should be your karma. Ego has no place here. Leo. For Leo ascendant, Sun will be in the second house. It will be with the 4th and 9th Lord Mars, and therefore the Sun and Mars conjunction for few days will give that motivation to you to earn money. This will resolve financial issues, but you will have to be very careful with issues related to your teeth, issues related to inflammation in the mouth, issues related to anger and how you eat your food. Because if problem has to come, it might choose one of these areas of life. But otherwise, the Sun, which is your ascendant lord, being in the second house, shows that you are taking the charge, you are taking initiatives, and you are more connected to the financial side of life. But you are also required in your family, maybe in the extended family. So you will have to fulfill your duty. And if your duty is of a brother, you will have to fulfill it by giving it way more importance than anything else. So it's not that the Sun transit in the second house is bad. It's just that because Sun is in the second house, it kind of highlights issues in the 8th house, which means it opens all the flaws, all the negative things. It kind of opens the Pandora's box, and it forces you to draw your attention to these areas, and it is good. You should not escape. There is no escape here. Rather, face your fear and you will become victorious. Now, for people who think that who are having a lot of negative emotions, or there are a lot of problems in the family, you're not being valued, insults are there, or it's just that the people are fighting with each other, then there may be a presence of a dark energy, and therefore you can chant Bajrang Baan without taking anybody's name, just as a prayer, as a protection from Bhagwan Hanuman every day. Virgo. Now for Virgo, Sun is in the first house. Now usually Sun being in the first house is actually very good. It gives you that aura, it brings that energy, it brings happiness, enthusiasm, it brings that beautiful smile on the face. But for Virgo, it will only work if you wake up before sunrise. If you are a late riser, then it will become a problem. Why? Because Sun is with Mars. Sun rules the 12th house, Mars rules the 8th house. So you will have to be extra cautious about your health, especially about fever, food related issues, allergies. And if you are suffering from blood pressure, ego, tension, stress should be kept aside. Meditation is going to be an excellent remedy here, and if you can give up your ego and surrender to God, you will see that the Sun will rise on your ascendant just like God's blessing. Which also means that you will rise high and you will come out from any darkness, any problem, if you just take the name of Prabhu Shri Ram, and if you simply meditate on the name of Ram, no mantra needed, just say Ram, 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 Ram. You will see the vibration of the meditation will automatically charge you. For people who feel lack of energy or who have muscular problems, will see positive things coming your way, may be a solution. Do yoga, be physically active, And for people who are into sports, will see good rise in their fame, and who are involved in defense sector will also see some promotion or something positive in the professional sector of their life. Overall, it's a very good transit, but it also involves expenses. It shows that you have, in order to gain your identity and yourself, you need to do a sacrifice. So it's like you lose yourself to find yourself. Libra. Now in case of Libra, Sun rules your 11th house, it goes in the 12th house. So it increases the probability of expenses. For people who want to do export and import, who want to travel abroad, who want to travel to distant places, who want to spend their money for income, that means for investments, will see some possibilities coming their way, and your investments will turn out to be good. After all, your second lord and your 11th lord both are now in the 12th house. But then you must know what you're doing, because it can make you believe that your expenses are good, and if you don't have a total control and knowledge on what you're doing, then you may end up spending more than what you should, resulting in loss of money. Also, when you're traveling, plan your travel with buffer days and buffer expenses, so that if there is any variation, you are good there. Try to reduce your debt, because the Sun and Mars will aspect the 6th house, and if you are deep in debt, you can pray to Bhagwan Mangal by chanting the Angarak Stotra or even Mangal Mantra Om Angarakaya Namah. Why? Because this will help you get rid of any negative energy coming from the 6th house and will help you get rid of karmic loans. You should be very careful about your eyesight, and you can also donate shoes. 12th house is also about isolation. So when Sun and Mars goes there, you might want to go into the kind of isolation so that you can recover, you can find yourself. A lot of people might also take spiritual journeys. Everything is fine until you know what you're doing and you are on top of the game, because if you are lost, if you're doing it half-heartedly, it will result in losses. So be careful. Scorpio. For Scorpio, Sun rules your 10th house, it moves in the 11th house, and it is with your ascendant lord. So it gives you great opportunity to grow in your social circle, to become famous, to find new source of income. It expands your power, it expands your influence, and it gives you new opportunity to crack a deal, to go into another career, to change your domain. So it is going to be highly favorable. This will also make you happy by the success of your children. And whatever you know, you will be able to capitalize on that. So for Scorpio, it's an excellent transit. It's a transit that will give you a new identity. It will help you expand your own horizons and will help you know yourself more. So if you are in satsang, if you are in association of good people, you will see good results. But if you are associated with negative energy, then you can't expect Sun and Mars, which is pure energy, to actually work for you. That is why this is a mixed results. It is a mixed bag of results, because it totally depends on who you are associated with. What are you doing with your life? If you're going in the right direction, this can take you 10 places ahead. If you're going in the wrong direction, it can also pull you down, because it is all about energy and how you use it. So if you don't know what you're doing, where you're going, whether you're positive or negative, leave it up to Bhagwan Hanuman and just chant the name Jai Shri Ram, and there is something called Hanumat Stavan, and if that is difficult, just chant Hanuman Chalisa. Socially, economically, education wise, this is a very good transit. This is a transit that can fulfill your wishes. But again, as I said, what are you wishing for? That's more important. Sagittarius. Now for Sagittarius, Sun rules the 9th house. It is the divine intervention. It is the guidance of a guru. It goes in the 10th house. It goes with Mars. This means that your knowledge will help you become famous. People will admire you. You will become a role model, and your personality, your energy will motivate others and become an inspiration for others. So behave like that. You have a social responsibility. So if you are in the wrong direction, this is the time to change it. This is the time to correct it. Sun and Mars will give you necessary energy to act on all the problems and actually win over it. It also gives you an opportunity to win over your enemies and actually create a mark. And there comes the responsibility, because Rahu is in the sign of Aries along with Jupiter, which is a mark of innovation, which is your 5th house, your education. So for Sagittarius, it is a really golden opportunity to make a difference, to be somebody, and doesn't matter what career you are in, you can create a difference. And if you don't have a career, if you're trying to get into a career, if you are into politics, if you're a celebrity, if your source of income is your image, then this is the perfect time to create a perfect image. Overall, Sun transit in the 10th house is one of the best transit. But as I said, Sun and Mars in the 10th means going out in the afternoon heat and working in the field. You will only get the fame and success if you're ready to be burnt under the heat of the sun. Then you can say that you will become gold from a simple metal. That heat of karma is there to shape you, to redefine you. So go with the flow and accept the challenges, because that is what will make you a winner. Capricorn. For Capricorn, help will come from unexpected ways. Why? Because Sun rules your 8th house and Sun goes in the 9th house. 9th house is divine guidance. 9th house is divine intervention. And this is Sun with Mars, Mars which rules your 11th house. So unexpected gain, guidance coming from Guru, suggestion from your fathers. Even the critics that kind of criticize you can give you suggestions to grow. So if you have that open mind, you will grow leaps and bounds and your future will shape in the perfect manner. This is also helpful for people who want to travel to foreign country, who want to study engineering, who wants to focus on new kind of businesses, who are basically creating startups, who are innovators. This is the perfect time. It's a thumbs up time for you. It aspects your 3rd house also by being in the 9th house. Therefore, it gives you that energetic communication, but then you must be a follower of dharma. You can't be an adharmic insan and then expect the dharma to support you. So basically, if you're following the righteousness, if you're following the path that is right, not only for you but for people around you, Sun and Mars will support you till the end. And this 1 month will become a golden opportunity to create a difference. Why? Because 8th house is all about creating that difference. But it also means that it is going to highlight the flaws in your belief system. It might create changes in your friend circle, in your network circle. And suddenly somebody whom you have forgotten or have not given any value will be the one helping you. So it is a time where Sun teaches the value of every individual in our life. By praying to Bhagwan Hanuman, by chanting Hanuman Chalisa every day, or even doing Hanumanji's Aarti every day will be helpful during this time. Visit an Hanuman temple if possible. Aquarius. Now in case of Aquarius, Aquarius will find Sun going in the 8th house. So there you will have to be careful. Extra cautious in your investments, being very careful towards your spouse's health and spouse's finance. The reason is that you might be happy because Saturn is in your own house, it's on the ascendant retrograde and may give you success. But Mars and Sun in the 8th house can also force you to focus on other people's life. And if you're an investor or if you have invested in someone's business or someone is investing in your business, you will have to have that cordial relation and be very careful about your anger, because the way you will speak might create a lot of disturbance, especially with your in-laws. Also, this is a great time to plan your investment in the long run, strategize everything. So financial planning will be done best during this time. But marriage may take a hit, and for people who are expecting marriage during this time should be slightly careful, because one ego, one statement, one mistake, and this will unnecessarily create trouble, fight, disputes. Although Sun and Mars are not your enemy, they just want to highlight the issue. It's all about energy. So it's a pack of energy. And if you can, because it is in the 8th house, if you use it for occult, that means if you use it for sadhana, it will be great. So chanting Hanuman Gayatri Mantra or Mangal Gayatri Mantra or Surya Gayatri Mantra will be extremely helpful. But when you are chanting, take a sankalp, do the sadhana for 40 days and at least give half an hour every day if possible. And if there are ups and downs in life, don't react to that situation. Discuss with someone and be very, very polite and grounded. Else one mistake, one reaction and things will become really bad. It's a great time for people who are writers, who are researchers, who are into database, who are into AI, who are into niche technological skills, who are scientists, who are PhD, who want to do PhDs. So all of those people will be finding the Sun and Mars benefiting them big time. Pisces. Now for Pisces, Sun rules your 6th house and it goes in the 7th house. When it comes in the 7th house, it aspects the ascendant. It means that your enemies will now come right in front of you. Your critics will come right in front of you and you might get a feedback. The feedback can be constructive, the feedback can be destructive. It is totally up to you how you take it. So all those of you who are Pisces, Moon or Ascendant and you are a social media influencer, or if you are addicted to social media, if you are always willing to seek the validation, it is a bad time for you. Why? Because the intention of the person may be positive, but you will perceive it negatively. And this will result into war, fights, even with your life partner, because Sun and Mars both don't perform well in the 7th house. They kind of aggravate the 7th house because both Sun and Mars are individual players, but 7th house is about team playing. So if you can become a team player, good for you, but you will also get some heated arguments with your boss, supervisors, and you will see there will be an ego battle or a slight ego related tension in your business or even with your life partner. So be cautious there and accept the criticism because it may be constructive. If it is constructive, accept it. If it is destructive, ignore. Ignore to the point when it doesn't become insulting to you. And if you have to react, don't react to the situation. Give a proper response, a calculated one, which is legal, which is by the law, which is respectful, and also which is dharma sammat. That means by the dharma. You can chant Devi Suktam and pray to Ma Durga every day to protect yourself, and do chant Hanuman Kavach to bring a shield of energy around you so that any negative energy, even if they want to confront, cannot confront.